This video is going to show you how to make a cube. In order to make a cube, we need to have 3 squares that are the exact same size. We're going to make ours 2 inches by 2 inches. On the ruler, it's important to notice that you need to start measuring on this long line right here and not on the very end of your ruler, because that will not be an accurate measure. You have to start by this line right here. So we're going to line that line on the edge of my piece of paper. I'm going to make a mark at the 2 inches and the 4 inches, and I would make a mark at the 6, but my paper is already at the 6 inches. Then I'm going to slide my ruler up because I need to make one more mark at the 2 and the 4 and the 6 if you need to, in order to make 2 marks to then connect those 2 lines to make a straight line. Then I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to go the opposite. I need to measure 2 inches going this direction, 2 inches there. Then I need to make one more mark at the 2 inches so I can connect the 2 lines again and create one straight line going across. That way I have 3 boxes that are the exact same size. You can either take this piece of paper over to the paper cutter and cut with the paper cutter, and that will be some speedy, fast cutting with straight lines, or you can cut it with your scissors like I am. Then you're going to take this over to your hot glue mat. You should have your hot glue mat, silicone mat with your hot glue gun on top. And if you work on the silicone mat, if you get any glue off the edges, it won't stick to the silicone mat. It'll come right off. The first thing we're going to do is put a little bit of hot glue in 2 corners of your square. You don't need very much. Then you're going to take one of your other squares and you're going to wiggle it into that hot glue that you just put down. So if you look carefully here, I'm wiggling in that glue to the corner. And then I want to kind of flip it around and make sure that I'm sliding my paper all the way up to the edge so I have a really nice edge here. Then I need to hold this until it cools down enough to stand on its own. Okay, that looks like it's pretty good. Then I can put just a little bit more hot glue in one of those corners, and in the opposite corner, I'm going to take my last square and wiggle it into the glue again. And then again, I need to turn it so that I can make sure I'm lining it up right on the edge of my paper. And then I need to hold it till it cools again. Sometimes you need to hold it a little longer than you think. Then I need to attach these 2 corners so that they will stay together. So I'm going to very carefully take my hot glue gun, put a little bit of hot glue on the top of one side of my squares here. There it goes. Then I'm going to take my other side and again wiggle it in together and then hold it until it cools. And then I will have a half of a cube. The other way to do this is to take your 3 squares, and instead of using hot glue, you can take tape, and you're going to put tape on your seams and try to line it up as best as you can. That wasn't very well lined up. It's a little better. And then take my other piece of tape, put it on this other seam, and then my 2 sides will fold up, and then I only need one more piece of tape to tape the corner together. And then it does the same thing. So you can either use tape or hot glue to make your box.